Evening, good afternoon, and good morning. This is the 909th day of uninterrupted webinar conducted by International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy. Today, our guest is Dr. Paul Joseph. He's joining from Canada. So let us begin the session with 1 minute silent prayer. Thank you all. As you all know, International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy is doing continuous uninterrupted webinars since last 908 days. And today is the 909th day. That means that there is just 91 days to go for the 1000-day celebration. So all of you are get ready for the for celebrating such a wonderful day just on these coming 1000 day. And let us go directly to today's session. And today our guest is Dr. Professor Paul Joseph, BHMS, R.Hom, Canada, and PG Diploma in Acupuncture. He's practicing in Toronto, former professor, Homeopathic Medical Colleges under Tamil Nadu, MGR University, India. And he is the author and writer of various medical articles and published 2 Tamil books on health and poems. He is a radio host doing talk shows on health and politics in Geethanjali for the last 15 years. And he's doing a wonderful talk show on health in TED TV for the last 10 years in Canada. So as you all know, that today we have a different subject, and Dr. Paul Joseph, Professor Paul Joseph is about to begin the story of honeybee. As you know, honeybee is something that to be looked into, and honeybee, the healer. That means honeybee has the property to heal. What kind of healing and how it works and what are the things, everything, everybody can have a wonderful session from this. But the only thing is that we will have a discussion later on with a different subject, because there are some international issues coming out, and it was put forward by the WHO, which is against the fundamental right of citizen in all part of the world. So we will have to look into that in the second part of the session itself. So no time to waste, and let us invite Dr. Professor Paul Joseph to this wonderful session evening. Thank you, sir. Welcome, sir.
So, Vanakkam, Namaste, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everywhere, all over the world, the people are participating. So first of all, I congratulate the organizers organizing such a wonderful seminar. Today is 909. So today I'm going to talk about honeybee, the healer. So the allotted time is, I think maybe half an hour, right, Dr. Danish? So today,
yes, we will have an half an hour presentation now.
Half an hour session today. Usually 1 hour, but today we are going to have a half an hour session. So introduction. So I visited the Hahnemann Memorial Tomb at Paris, 1997. It's about almost 26 years ago. So that's a thing. Everyone has to go there and get the blessing from Hahnemann. Right? I wish that's a beautiful place. If you want to go there, I can make some arrangements. There's no problem. Only thing, you must have a passport. That is okay. So yesterday, Dr. Srinivasan, he talked about how to treat if a cow become a patient of us, right? So that was very wonderful and very interesting session. In my concern, it's very easy to treat the animals. Why? Because they won't hide anything. They are open. They won't hide anything, and they won't tell lies. And also, the animal, they have their own language. Language means that's the body language. So from that, we can, there's no hiding symptom. They don't do the story creator. They are not story creators like a human being. So it's very easily treat the animals. One of my friend who is a veterinary doctor, when I was in Salem, he was treating a lot of he was treating a lot of cows with the homeopathic medicine. I remember always him, and so still I think he retired from the service and he's doing homeopathy on animals. And also sometimes we as a human, we act like an animal. We behave like animals. Sometimes even whenever we get angry, we call someone in the name of the animals, right? Like dog or monkey or like that, different animals we used to. So that why it's happened, because that's why today we are going to discuss about that. So even though we are the human being, but within us we have a natural resource. Each and every person, we have a natural resource, maybe an animal, plant, or mineral. So we have to find out this particular patient or the person belongs to animal or mineral or plant. If you understand this technique, easily you can treat the patient, easily you can select the remedy. For example, suppose when you repertorize the sulfur and the lycopodium or some of the lycases, for example, if it comes in a similar way, in a similar, just for example, I am telling. So if you understand this technique, easily you can select the remedy, whether it's a sulfur or lycopodium or lycases or whatever. So that is a way today, little introduction, because time is very short. So this is the example. If you trusted an important person or employee, if he suddenly leaves your organization or your institution, what is your experience? How you perceive, how you understand? There are three things may happen. For example, number one, maybe the person becomes shocked. Yeah, I trusted him so much, but he left or she left. So the reaction, right? What I can do with that? Because she or he left from the organization. So that kind of shock, and this is the emotional plane. Second thing may happen, the other one, oh, my organization will collapse because she or he left her. He is the pillar of our organization. So how I can run the institution? So it's a kind of the other structural things. So it's going to collapse. The third one, I'm sure that maybe the the factor may raise. I'm sure that this guy is going to leak my all business secret to my competitor or the other person. So I don't know what's going to happen hereafter. So that's kind of fear. What is going to happen? Fear, jealous, frustration. So if you see the first one, if the person, the emotion is like that, shock and hurt, that's a plant remedy. The patient belongs to plant person. The second one, mineral. The third one, because of survival and competition. So the person belongs to animal. So it's very easy to understand. Another example I can tell you, where when we visit or the important places like Taj Mahal, and so what we each and every person they observe in different way. Some people they say, oh, how it's beautiful. So that is animal. Some people, they talk about all the stories of Shahjahan, Mumtaz and all love stories and emotional things. They plot. They are plot. They belong to plot. The other person, if they, oh, it's very marvelous creation, like the architecture is very good. So he talk about the structure, the building of the structure of the Taj Mahal. So the person may be the mineral. So in such a way, so we can understand the kingdom. Like, so what is the common? Because today we are going to discuss about the honeybee. The honeybee belongs to the animal kingdom. What are the common theme of animal kingdom? The common theme are competition, always, because animals competition and comparison, which they to survival in the animal world. They need attract and attention. I think some noises coming.
Please unmute others. Please don't observe the session. Mushroom. Yes. Please, everybody, please unlock. Please unmute yourself. Yes, sir.
The animal kingdom. They always, you know, the nature of the animal, the behavior of animal, whatever it is, attacked, aggressive, conflict, the feeling stronger or weaker, opposite. They dominate each other. They always fear about or think about survival, persecute the others, abuse the others, rejection, suspiciousness. They always define territory. The animals always, they have that kind of things. Destruction. So that's why they see the territory problem and destruction. What's going on nowadays? So it's proved, right? That's the case of, now we are going to from animal to little deeper into the insects. So what is the common theme of insects? So, you know, in animal, we have different classifications, but the animals is a one group, right? They have their common features, the commonality among them. Increased activity. So insect, if you see the insects, ants and bees and all kind of spiders and all, they're always active, very active, hyperactive. Must move always. They move. They're always busy. Their fear of sudden death, where their lifespan is very short. They're excited, restlessness, the violent, anger, attack, fear of being attacked. They attack the other animals, and also they get the fear of attack being. Sudden attack, desire to escape, fight, fly, or escape, like that. Adulterous behavior, abusive behavior, shameless, open sexuality, lack of morals, competitive, always competitive and comparison, jealous, alert, always alert, territory defined, because most of the insects, they won't allow the other insects or other animal into their field, their area. The other commonalities, whatever it's happened, burning, stinging, stitching, shifting. So this kind of the nature of pain. So now the case, I can start from this case. This is a case of hydrocele. The person came to me age about 85. You know, most of you know what is hydrocele, the collection of fluid, serous fluid in the scrotum. You know the anatomy and pathology, what's behind that. But this patient is very interesting patient. When I examine, these are the things what I observe from the patient. After complete case taking, so these are the things what I observe very briefly. I'm going to explain. There's a swelling. Exactly, there's a swelling, but the painless. There is no stinging, There is no burning, nothing, because usually hydrocele is a painless swelling most of the time. The more on right side, so it's a gradual onset. He's having this problem for the past 6 years. Patient vegetarian, otherwise healthy. There is no diabetic, hypertension, nothing. Enlarged prostate treated 10 years ago. He is the politician. So that is an interesting thing, sir. He was one of the famous politicians in Sri Lanka. So he was a freedom fighter. Many times he went into jail. He always fight with the government, do or die. Always fighting. Whatever it's happened, see, just for the humanity sake, he fight with the government. Because of that, he separated from the family, because the family, his family, the wife and children, they migrated into other country, another country. So he was alone there. He was a good orator, speech point to point, very talkative. Always right speech and talkative with other people. Very busy guy, restless. He was, most of the politicians, not all the politicians, most of the politicians, they are like that. So they won't desire to company. They keep always with the people around him and all, right? So his mind picture, vexation about the political issue in the back home in Sri Lanka. See, he always talk about the human right violation threatened by the government, always talking about the violence and civil war and genocide. It was happening in Sri Lanka. So angry, always angry with the party he belongs to, that because they are not doing anything, right, to resolve the problem of the human rights problem. So grief about during the end of the civil war, it was happened in 2009, right? There are thousands of people, they died in front of him. He was there. So this is the background, the story of the person. So as per the repatriation, right, everything is done. The EPIS came. EPIS 30 is just simple dose, right? Minimum dose. Weekly few doses I gave him for 2 months. So in between I gave as a arnica as an intercurrent remedy, because many times he bitten by the police people and the army people. So there may be the injury to the scrotum and the other parts. So that is a story behind that. So that's why I gave arnica 30 as an intercurrent remedy. And Dr. Phatak Repertory, Silesia, he mentioned about that, but I gave in Silesia biochemic 6-6 form frequently, continuously. So after that, the patient was all right. About, I think after 4 months or 5 months, it was all right. So that is a story. So now you can see how the picture, the behavior of the patient, the nature of the patient, the signature of the patient, which is exactly fixed to the insects, exactly fixed to the nature of signature of the bees. So this is the honeycomb. I think many of you know that. If you understand a little bit of the lifestyle of the honeybee, it's very interesting. Just go to the Google or YouTube and find each and every plant, each and every animals, what we have in Materia Medica. Just go into deeper and study the lifestyle of, or the behavior or the signature of the animals. So easily you can understand the Materia Medica. That is the outline you can understand. So they have especially the insects, most of the insects, not all the insects, except spider and all, but most of the insects, they have social life. The honeybee are social insects and live in colonies with a highly organized system. You know, the honeybee and the ants are they are very well organized system what they have. They have the family consists of the family consists of more than 30,000 to 50,000 members in the one comb or one colony, what we can say, which include one queen and 200 to 300 drones and workers. Drones are different from workers. Many combs are found in the colony which the member of the same family. They don't allow. There are different kind of honeybees, different class of honeybees. They won't allow even the other class. You can see, I'll show you later, the different types of honeybees. So in the honeybees, there's a queen. You can see how in the picture, in the center, there's a queen. Then the workers, well, how they are doing, how they are serving, like it's look like a queen and like a palace, right? What they are doing. Always they are pampering and always they are doing serving to the queen. So such a beautiful structure, such a beautiful system is there. The queen strictly usually is female, and the sole fertilized reproducer of hives. Generally, there are single queen in each small colony. There in the one comb there is a small colonies like each colony they have one queen, only one queen. Now, how the queen is selected, how the queen is become, that is a very interesting story also. Later on we will discuss. Then every colony has a queen, which is the mother or sexually developed female, very sexually developed female. All products of queen, so that it's called the mother of queen, because the members are the products of the mother. That's a queen. So her reproductive organs are well developed organs. Every day, the queen lays more than 2,000 eggs, right? Almost her lifetime, they said 15 lakh eggs they laid in the whole life of the lifetime of the queen. Then the other things, drones. These drones, bees are very interesting. They are always male. The bees, the function of which to mate the queen. Always they mate the queen, right? The queen comes outside the comb, and in the center there's a queen. Then around that there's a lot of dancing is going on with the drones. The queen has to select the drones. Today, with whom I'm going to mate. So at the same time, one day they can mate with multiple drones. So like that. So that's a very interesting story behind that. The workers they are underdeveloped, female. Most of them they are female, which are fertilized egg but remain sterile. They are not reproduce anything due to non-availability of the royal jelly, because the royal jelly only for the queen. So what are the responsible for these workers? They're building the comb with the wax, and so they have to maintain. They have to go outside and collect the pollen and water and the honey and everything. They guard. They are the security of the colonies, right? They have spies, different, even in the security, they have different things. They have spies and they have the messengers. A lot of things are there. So when you go into deeper and deeper, it's very interesting. So I told you there are 5 types of the honeybees: Apis dorsata, Apis indica, Apis flora, and the other one, Mellifona. The other one, these are all the Indian type of the honeybees. The other one, what we have, the medicine, homeopathic medicine, that is European or Western, it's called Western honeybee. scientific name is Apis mellifica. So different type of, we go into detail. So here, in the brain of each honeybee, it's a very small brain. It's about 1 millimeter cubic in size. But with that, you see how many neurons are there. 960,000 neurons they have in their brain. They are very well equipped, sophisticated, very sensory system. They have well developed learning and memory. So that very, 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 very interesting things when you go into deeper and deeper, it will help to understand the case. That's why I'm going to tell. The female mating with multiple male at a time, right? And the daily, they mate 40 to 69 drones per queen. So this was happened. So daily they laid eggs around about 2,000 eggs. So these are the stories of the stories about the honeybees. There are a lot of things, but in the what time concerned, I'll leave it all these things. Then now we'll come to the case. The patient history of the first case, the hydrocele, treated with the Apis mel. The second case, the ovarian cyst. I think many of you know, right? Many of you treated the ovarian cyst with the Apis mel, and this is like a PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome or disease, small multiple cyst on the left side of the ovary. I took the complete history. Then finally, I confirmed with the sensation as if in the last class we were discussing about that. This is a different book, not the regular one, H.A. Robert, but this is a different one, Dr. James William Ward, ovarian cyst. It mentioned their constant feeling as of weight and heaviness in the ovarian region on the left side. So that is Apis 30 with the Ustilago. I gave Ustilago because one of my senior professor, he told me just in case of fibroid uterus or the cyst in the ovary or any menstrual irregularities, just we used to give Ustilago with the regular selective remedy. So the prescription and the follow-up for 2 months, I gave in between the organopathic drugs as an intercurrent remedy, overinum 12 eggs, I think. So after 6 months, the ultrasonogram revealed there's a normal study. So I gave medication for 2 months. So after that, the relaxing period, in between I gave some placebo and all. So I asked the patient to take ultrasonogram after 6 months. So it's gone. The other case, this is also a very interesting case. The woman, the lady, age about 40, he was a former sex worker. You know what is sex worker, right? In India, we don't, we call him different name, but here they call for the sex worker. The complaint which I observed, the ovarian cyst right side, small, multiple, few cysts over there, and vaginal cyst. I think many of you know about that. Bartholin's gland located on the east side of the vaginal opening. On the left side, for this patient, left side, I think. Left side, it was swollen and it became a swollen gland. So what is the cause for this, the vaginal cyst, Bartholin's glands? Caused by infection and injury. So, you know, he was a sex worker, right? So that's the Bartholin glands cyst can become infected, forming an abscess. A number of bacteria may cause this infection, including the E. coli bacteria and other sexually transmitted infections, such as gonorrhea. But according to her statement, the patient's statement, he doesn't have such a history of STD, sexually transmitted disease. So he said like that. But anyhow, just I have to take into consideration that too. After full case study, the EPIS came and I prescribed EPIS as usual 30, and I refer Dr. Fatak and Murphy Repertory intercurrent remedy for this particular problem, both ovarian cyst and vaginal cyst, Silesia and Thuja. The Silesia and Thuja were given as an intercurrent remedy. The main remedy is EPIS. So after 4 months, so completely it was gone. So that is a very interesting story. So this is the picture of Bartholin's glands swelling or enlargement, whatever. So the time is over, I think, right?
Yes, with that we can wind up for the today's presentation. Anyway, the beauty of EPIS, and as you know that there are 4 types of EPIS in India. All these things were well taken by Professor Paul Joseph tonight, and he has presented 2 cases also. Both cases were really excellent, and this is how a homeopath needs to study Medicina Medica, and the deep knowledge of this particular medicine definitely will be a big benefit for treating the so-called incurable cases to be cured with homeopathic medicine. Anyway, I am thankful to Professor Paul Joseph for this session, and